What's up, everybody? Hello, welcome to a special edition of But I Don't Know Though. We're back here. WrestleMania is over. Phil and I have reunited the podcast. We are one in piece. I want to shout out to all the people who told me I should kill myself. You guys are nice. That one guy was like, get him, right?
Yeah, when people see you like having conflict, all they're gonna do is
take sides.
Instigate it and take sides. And that's why I was telling you, like, really, we doing this?
Mm.
We doing this on air?
Mm-hmm.
But if you've been paying attention and haven't been living under a rock, you know it wasn't the worst thing to happen on air in the last month.
Oh my God. Talk about
Black community done took a couple L's this month, real quick, like back to back black, right?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Brooklyn, but, you know, special praise and shout out to all those people who was affected by the trains. I actually got what happened on the train with Frank James. If you've been living under a rock, he went on some shooting spree in the subway. And what's crazy to me about that is that they went there to go look for footage and the cameras weren't working on the train. The only reason they caught the picture of the guy was the people had to pull out their cell phones. Now imagine you running for your life.
But they still never flashed you an actual picture of him.
No.
It just was like random footage of people scattering.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it could have been anything.
Could have been anything.
But, you know, it looked bad for us because we were like, you know, white people saw Chris Rock and Will at the Oscars and went into, black people are predisposed to violence. And we were all like, we ain't violent. What the fuck y'all talking about?
And then this comes out. They're like, see?
Hold on. We was like, all that terrorism y'all be doing? All that pillaging and what they call it, conquering, imperialism. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, this happened, and obviously, which we're the perfect podcast to talk about this subject. When we heard there was a shooting in Brooklyn, we all went to, well, we know who did that. We know it wasn't none of us.
I was convinced.
We all hit the Betty White button.
Betty White. I was like, on the subway early in the morning.
It was like, who's our favorite golden girl?
Betty White.
And then they start saying his name, and you like, hold up.
Frank James.
Frank.
I got a cousin named Frank.
Because, you know, that's them old black man names, right?
Yeah,
Frank and Larry.
Lenny.
Who else?
Ernie.
Now, I don't know about, Lenny, I guess.
Ernie is, Lester.
It's all like 5-letter words. It wasn't none of them DeMarcuses. And, like, you can tell how old black people are by the name, by how long it is. Like, we didn't start hitting 8-letter names until
the 90s.
To the 90s.
I get the 90s.
Yeah. The DeMarcuses and Ladarius.
Quintari.
What's old boy that's on the Cowboys? Lussadarius?
Ladarius.
I believe his name is Lussadarius.
Lussadarius.
So it's like, we didn't start getting into them until the late 90s. Once you hear Larry, Frank, give me another one.
Larry,
Hank, all of them, you know who that
syllables.
is. Yeah. That's some old 1970s, 1960s. He definitely did that shooting in church socks.
No, he came straight from work because he had on his construction hat and the vest, though. So he came straight from work.
And he wore church socks to work.
Church socks?
Yeah. Come on, you know old black men ain't got nothing but church socks.
Yeah, with the sneakers, yeah.
Your grandma be like, go in there and get some of your granddaddy's socks and come on. And you be like, why this man only got...
Do you think they were matching?
I mean, I don't want to get into his footwear that deep. You starting to sound like you got a foot fetish over there.
Nah, I don't got no foot fetish. I like
think they were matching?
I don't think they were matching, especially if you're in a rush like that. You trying to do something like that.
Well, I guess they don't make mass shooting socks, or he would have had them. Which, God damn it, and we'll just go ahead and get off into it. I'm annoyed by the fact that he was black, and this is why we don't do terrorism. Because actually nobody died. And I'm not sure how to feel about it. Because you like, hold up. So nobody died, and you like, oh, that's great. But then you start looking, and you like, we can't even do terrorism correctly. He left his credit card at the scene. You like, come on, brother.
He left the key for the van that he drove in the bag that he came with and left that too.
More people got hurt this summer doing the crate challenge. His mass shooting. His gun jammed. You like, brother, you ain't clean your gun?
He wasn't prepared for this. He really wanted to go to work and decided at the last minute, hey, I'm going to go take care of this. This person won't get up and give me a seat. That's it.
He had YouTube videos.
He did. YouTube, Facebook.
Taking down some of my stuff because I'm like, if before you shoot up a place, you're just a dude with some opinions and it's a podcast.
Hold on, dog. I'm going to top all of what you just said by sharing this information with you. If you didn't know this, the only reason the police caught him was because someone called in a Crime Stoppers tip. Mm-hmm. But guess who called in a Crime Stoppers tip? He did.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't do mass shootings correctly.
He's crazy.
What are you supposed to have a ticket to Mexico? You just walking around.
He called him. He was like, "Oh,"
which I gotta say too. You know, you gotta put on your tinfoil kufi a little bit. It starts piquing your curiosity because you like, hold up. So the mass shooter didn't have no plans of leaving.
Nope.
Actually, didn't kill anybody.
No.
Left his credit card at the scene.
Yep. And
First off, you say he's 5'5", which my little short ass, I'm 5'6.5", but I stayed in the house. I was like, I don't want no trouble. I don't want no problems.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So then they come back with a dude who's 6'2", 300-something pounds, and you looking at him like, he don't look fast enough to even get away. There's a picture of him in Brooklyn. He just standing in front of the bodega.
Yeah, chilling. He wasn't trying to go anywhere. He crazy,
like,
bro.
What? Like, this ain't making a whole lot of sense.
He found out how much they wanted on him for the Crime Stoppers and tried to collect his own reward.
Then conveniently, New York and the subway system, I think they said they have like 140-something cameras.
Yeah.
So you go...
That one wasn't working.
So you go, hold on. He went in the only train station where there's no cameras. Remember Rick Moranis?
I do.
The guy from Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
When he got punched, it was like 9 different views from like 10 different angles.
They had a 3D angle.
Yeah, it was like a
4K.
World Star production, in high definition of him being punched. You know, you could see the pixels on the dude's fist.
You could see the ash on his knuckles.
So you go, I bet if Rick Moranis was on that train, y'all would have had some freaking...
They had no angles. That's crazy, man. That.
Then they said he was homeless.
That's crazy.
They said he was homeless, but he's got credit cards.
He rented a van.
This ain't making a whole lot of sense. And see, before the police need to do a better job. Before you rent a U-Haul, you should have to prove you moving in somewhere. Show me the lease.
How do you do that?
Show me the lease.
You could just be moving office equipment, or maybe you just getting rid of some junk. Why you
the last mass terror attack in New York, one of the last, was a dude rented a Ryder truck. Remember, right here near the World Trade Center, and he just drove towards it, drove up on the sidewalk and killed like 8 people.
Damn.
So again, show me the lease.
You trying to tell me you want to make it harder for people to rent a car than to get a gun? And it's
make
easier.
it harder for them to get a truck because you up to something.
Right.
You're not moving, bruh.
I used to work for a rental car company. I'm gonna tell you, they take your license, your credit card, and that's pretty much it. Once you have a license and credit card, that's all you need. You don't need a background check you just need a license.
Right, and I'm saying make it harder to get a U-Haul. You up to something. Timothy McVeigh, all them years ago, he had a Ryder truck.
He did have a Ryder truck.
It's like y'all practically supplying mass murder. Like,
so
cut it out.
What if you're at the rental car counter, this guy comes in to rent a car, what are you asking? Driver's license, credit card, what else?
They need to talk to somebody in your family. Hey, has he gone through a breakup? Do you have any YouTube videos we can check out?
Gotta call references?
Are you talking about like people who
What's that? What that phone call gonna sound like? Hey, this is Phil from the rental car company. I just need to know this your cousin, he renting this car.
Is he all right?
Is he all right?
Ask a black woman in the
He got a lazy eye. Is he crazy?
Black women tell the truth. So you ask any black woman, hey, now, this your little cousin Larry, is he good? And she might tell you, it ain't gonna be the first thing she say.
No, she gonna talk about the good stuff.
But she might be like, the Eagles did lose this year, and he lost a lot of money.
So he a little tense right now. He a little tense. She just,
and Charlene done left him. You heard the song by Anthony Hamilton.
Yeah, don't bring up the Eagles or
Charlene made butter from scratch.
Yeah, she did.
But she ain't coming back
at all.
And she might be like, you know what? Don't give him no truck. And then she might go check on him.
It's not a bad idea.
Knock on the door. She might find out he got guns. And be like, bro, what you doing?
That's not a bad idea. I don't know I don't know what else you could check for somebody to drive a car, but I guess shout out to Frank. Are you the fool of the day, bro?
And we happy nobody got hurt, but at the same time, black people don't do mass shootings.
I think we need to stick.
People got hurt trying to get Popeye's chicken sandwiches.
Oh my God. Yeah, let's stick to that. I say we stick to fights online for Jordans or running from cabs and not paying. That's our thing. That's what we're good at. Yeah, pull up right here on the corner, man. Let me get my money out real quick. Yeah, click, click, boom. I mean, anybody ever?
It's wild though. Like I said, you go, bro, what? Like, what is going on here? Now, like I said, if the man did what they say he did, and they got to prove it because they caught him too quick.
Yeah.
And even the way they caught him was like, so you got 10,000 police looking for him,
And they couldn't find him.
But he called you. Here's the worst, and here's the most niggerific thing about this whole thing. They said the brother was in a McDonald's charging his phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, come on, dog.
What did you think he was eating? The McRib? When he had a...
That's the commercial they should make. It's
so
so good that even when you on the run, you like, you know what I do got to make a little time for?
McDonald's.
A Big Mac.
I need an exercise.
When you on the Mac run. Anyway.
You and the Hamburglar, boy, I tell you. They still ain't catch that guy.
You know, and obviously we down here in, where are we at? Soho.
We in Soho,
Canal Street,
Chinatown,
yeah. Soho-ish. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't drive, so I had to get on the train for the first time. Now, you know, New Yorkers, and this is why I say y'all some tough recovering motherfuckers, because if this happened in Indiana, the train is stopped for a whole month.
Nah, man, New Yorkers don't care about that.
And we don't got no train, first off, so our train is already stopped. But this happened, you know, here, and 2 hours later, people were like, yo, but when the N train gonna be running again?
We got things to do, man. It's not our first time dealing with guns. It's sad to say in New York, but we kind of grown a thick skin to it, man. It is. People on the train now, but now I'll tell you this: people on the train like waiting for somebody to do something dumb. That's why I don't like those the people on social media who be like doing those pranks on the trains.
Oh yeah, yeah.
New Yorkers don't play that. Like, we just, you know, just move out the way and like, don't mess with me. Do what you're doing. Keep it away from me. Or someone will tell you to shut the F up.
Right.
Hey, man, shut up, man. I've seen that before. Somebody.
But see, that's why I say, like, and people got to get more brave. Like, I was on the train 4 or 5-ish going uptown one night, and like 4 dudes was just making fun of this homeless guy. And I remember, like, you know, they were younger, kind of teenagers.
Right.
But I kind of like let it rock for about 2 minutes, and then you go, all right, it's been about 3 stops. Hey, y'all, like, for real? We doing this?
You did that?
Yeah, because to me, adults have gotten way too comfortable letting younger people just do what they do. And even the crazy people. See, I'm from Indiana, so...
Yeah,
I respond to crazy.
No, Phil, you live in... How long you been living here now?
Well, y'all try to mind y'all business so much, it's to y'all detriment.
Phil,
because you go on a train and if somebody's like scratching, like I remember this dude was scratching cartoonishly and like it was like Charlie Brownish. Dust was popping off him. So all people did was gave him his space.
Right.
But you go, no. Hey, man, cut that shit out.
Phil.
And maybe he goes...
There's rules.
All right.
You live in New York, there's rules. You don't talk to people on the train you don't know. You mind your business if it don't involve you. You always...
Well, I'm saying because this guy got to shooting and it's like, shit, it's more of y'all than there is him. So, okay.
Yeah, but he's the only one with a gun.
This is all I'm going to say. And I'm not trying to be Billy Badass. I'm not Mr. Tough Guy, right? But here's all I'm saying. There's more of you than there are them, right? Mm-hmm. Remember the World Trade Center, the Pentagon? Everybody forgets to talk about that. I think it was the second plane. Yeah. No, the third plane that they were trying to hit the Pentagon.
Right.
And the hockey players got up and said, fuck that. We finna die anyway. Rush this motherfucker.
Right.
And they missed the Pentagon. Hockey players are heroes. There should be 2 hockey players on every plane.
Hockey? Well, they do fight. They do be fighting.
Put them on the train, too. They're already toothless.
There you go. They got nothing to lose. They're ugly. They ain't got nothing to lose. Let me ask you this question. So you saw them making fun of the homeless guy, and you said, enough's enough. He's at his roast for 3 minutes. Hey, y'all, leave him alone. What did they say to you?
I spoke up, and when I spoke up, other people got brave. So literally, I said, hey, man, I mean, the dude's homeless. Like, chill out. The dude was bigger than me. He was on the other end of the train, or at least like to the middle of the train, right? I'm kind of standing against the door.
Can I ask what race? What was the race? What was the race?
Of course they were black.
Of course. Okay.
You know that'd be some of us. And I mean, he had some girls with him. I could see what he was doing, but it's like, I'm a comedian, bro. Like, you could sign up at a comedy club. You don't really have to make fun of the homeless.
Right, low hanging fruit.
In front of them. And I mean, the dude was stretched out on the bench. What he was doing was wild, but it was like, just chill out. Like he's, look at bro's shoes. Goddamn, motherfucking got on some motherfucking, he got on the Evicted Sixes. And you like, chill out, bro. Anyway, I'm like, hey, come on, man. And that was all I said. Like, come on, bro. You see him. Like, chill. He's already homeless. That's punishment enough. You gonna roast him? So when I say that, the dude kind of starts coming towards me, and I go, fuck, you had to be the one to say something, right?
You open the door. You open the door.
This is what happened. When I did that, another dude yells out on the other end of the train, yeah, fuck that. I used to be homeless. Have some respect, motherfucker. So now he's coming towards me. He has to turn around and see that dude. As he says that, another dude goes, yeah.
Really?
And then he got off at the next stop with the two girls, or it might have been two guys, two girls, but it was like,
wow.
He had some chicks with him. He was definitely showing out for the chicks.
I mean,
but I'm saying sometimes you can't let one person dominate the whole. But you guys mind your business so much that you'll let one person kind of start dictating to where they feel brave enough to go, well, let me reach in my bag and pull out this gun because I've been scratching my nuts and doing everything else on here.
Bro,
it's
certain things I get involved in. There's certain things I'm not going to get involved in. Now, you all know, if you first time listen or watch it, I'm 6'4", I'm a big guy. People expect a lot of things from me. One time I was on a train, it was crowded. This girl gets on, and I'm sitting in one of those two-seaters. And she comes and says, excuse me, can I sit next to you there? So I let her squeeze in, and she's acting real like shifty. I'm like, all right, she's a little funny style, but whatever. This guy comes up and he starts talking to her, and I say to him, hey man, you want to sit next to her? I thought he was, because I'm like,
thought there was a couple.
Yeah, he talking over me. I'm like, yo, you want to just sit down? It's fine. You can sit.
I don't want to be the third wheel here.
No, bro, this is the one and only time I got involved in something. I get ready to get up, and she grabbed my arm. She says, please don't get up.
Woo.
He's been following me for 2 stops. Please don't move. And I was like, okay. So he keeps talking to her. After a while, I said, hey, she said, leave her alone, dog.
More than one stop. That's stalking, ain't it?
I think so.
What qualifies as stalking in New York? How many blocks, how many train stops before it's like, sir? But you know what ruined us, right?
What's that?
Music videos. Remember Michael Jackson, The Way You Make Me Feel?
Yeah, he followed a girl home.
He follows the girl and he's moonwalking. So
Chris Brown did the same thing.
Chris Brown did the same thing.
Walking behind the girl, they're walking away from
I'm going to go older school than that and obscure my guys. High Five. You remember High Five?
They're the ones who did I Like. No. That was High Five?
I think they did.
I Like,
but the other one they did is She's Playing Hard to Get. And if you go back and watch the video, you'll be like, hey, bruh, security.
That was a love song.
Security.
Love song.
Well, if you can hit a certain note, then I think women will let you stalk them a little. But if you can't hit them notes, that's stalking. So, ladies, hit up the show and let us know.
Yeah.
How good does the quality of voice have to be before you allow, and how many blocks can we pursue? We all grew up with The Way You Make Me Feel.
Is it a 3-block?
Touch? Come on.
Yeah. Is it a 3-block radius? After 3 blocks, you got to give up.
3 blocks?
3 blocks. We have a producer. Can we shout you out real quick? We have a producer with us this week. Shout out to Tiana. Y'all can't see her, but she's chilling in here. Tiana, can we ask you how many blocks before it's stalking? If a guy's trying to talk to you, how many blocks you think? Because I've never been followed by women. I mean, only if I owed them money, but never.
Child support.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can. How many blocks?
Like if a guy's trying to talk to you.
I think 3 blocks max.
3 blocks is the max?
Yeah, because I've had a guy walk down like 2 blocks, and I was like, he scared me. I had headphones on. I jumped. I said, oh my God. He said, I didn't know. He didn't know whether he should tap me on the shoulder or like what was the approach if I had headphones.
And y'all have your headphones in. Sometimes it's like. And we don't want to be rude, but sometimes your beauty just hit us like it's a nice summer day today in New York. It's a Friday, Good Friday.
Beautiful Friday.
I got my pastel colors on for Easter.
I got my dark colors on.
As you walk, it's different. Like I'm from Indianapolis and you're from the Bay Area that it's like people are in cars. So if you follow someone there, it's obviously less. Like it's like, sir, you've taken 4 steps behind me. That is the legal limit.
Again, it's
in
different.
a non-pedestrian city. But in New York, it's a pedestrian city. So sometimes it's literally like, your beauty just hit me, ma'am, and
I just want to add,
I don't think I'm ever gonna see you again.
It's different here in New York. People are way more intense. I feel like if I was to go to where you're from or where you're from, people be more receptive to me talking. And hey, my husband's going, what's going on my, get out of my face, no thank you, thank you, no thank you, go away.
But you should be able to, in court, pull up, listen, man, I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. Here's the video for you, the way you make me feel.
He did follow her.
Omarion Touch. That is like, shit, you about to touch a jail cell. Keep playing. Like, he followed her for like 12 blocks. He was spinning his shit.
The way you make me feel. He had his boys with him. That's right.
So I think the requirement, she said 3 blocks.
3 blocks.
So I'm going to add a stipulation of, unless you are dancing. If you are dancing, let's go with 5 blocks. I think 5 if you are dancing. Because
it would be entertaining, but I don't think you get a date off of that.
If you're dancing, you got 1 block before I call the police.
Well, our producer is not a fan of males dancing.
At all. What if they were singing? Is that...
Especially singing.
Especially singing. Wow.
Red flag,
okay, so what you had playing in the headphones was definitely some rap then.
That's enough for me, yeah.
So she like a little Tribe Called Quest maybe,
Maybe. Little Arrested Development. Yeah,
you gotta be doing a little of that.
Little De La Soul. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of that,
Can't be coming at her with the do-do-do-do-do.
That doesn't get into some of that, all that break dancing and whatnot.
You know who surprised me this week, though, talking about trying to talk to women, was Cam Newton.
Okay.
Cam Newton has been on record as not saying very, what's the word I'm trying to say? Not sexy. He's been saying very sexist things. He had a thing with the reporter where he was like,
Do you think it was sexist, or they told you to say it was sexist?
The media said it was sexist. I think what he said, well, there's 2 separate things. The first time he said he thought it was funny that a woman was asking him about routes and stuff. But I'm like, that's her job. She's a football reporter.
I mean, he shot a little shot, and it was in front of people.
You thought he shot a shot?
It played wrong. Meaning, sometimes you got to understand, like, even as a comedian, we got to understand sometimes that ain't the audience. Like, okay, I give you one, and I was just playing, right? I'm at this bar, long story short, I won't tell you who the girl comic is, right?
Oh, no.
But literally, it was the week the Ray Rice thing happened, right? And mind you, it's an open bar, so already know.
Drinks is up.
4 drinks in.
4 drinks.
At some point, the girl kind of goes, or a guy goes, so Ray Rice hit his wife in the elevator, blah, blibbity, blah, blah. We know the story, right? Fellas, do y'all think it's right to, like, hit a woman, right? Now, me being the fucking comedian I am, of course, 2 dudes or so answer the question like, seriously? Oh my God, blah, 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 whatever
blah,
Bell
blah,
Hook said. I come in and they like, you, sir, in the salamander shirt, what do you think? Now I'm like sipping my Long Island. I'm like, bro, I'm like 4 drinks deep. And I should have probably prefaced my answer with, I'm 4 drinks deep. I said, hit a woman? Never. Absolutely not. But a bitch. And you could see the guys that were on dates, like, do they like hold the laugh? The single guys laughed. Like 2 women who had probably been abused laughed. But the rest of the woman, like stone faced, just stared at and listen. So there was a girl comic there. There was a girl comic there. And like 6 years later, I don't even remember what was happening, but I'm talking to her and she goes, you said on January 5th in 2013, the weather was 39 degrees.
Yeah, women remember. They never forget.
And you said you never hit a woman, but a bitch. And I was like, what? And then I'm like, I said that? So I think sometimes it's about the way it plays and you're not viewing that the whole world is going to view this. But let me say this to shoot Cam Newton some bell, and here's the real thing.
Well, hold on. Wait. What he said this time was, just for those of you who weren't paying attention, was he said that certain women who don't know when to be quiet and, let a man lead. And that was pretty much what kind of got him in trouble on social media.
But he also said something about cooking.
He did, and they don't know how to cook, and they running their mouths.
But he's a guy who's from the South, so you got to understand, that is
a Southern thing.
And a lot of the people, well, no, but here's where I get upset with the ladies. It's that they, as a group, black women as a group over the last X amount of years online have been constantly saying, protect us, protect black women, blah, 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 right? So you are asking for something, right?
Okay.
In this world, you don't get something for nothing. So I say back to them, now what are you willing to do?
I just had
and hold on, let me clean up what I'm saying, because you go
okay, go ahead, sweep it up.
They're gonna cut that clip, and I'm gonna be the new
you be
Cam
canceled.
Newton.
That's it.
I'm gonna be the new Cam Newton. They're gonna say Cam Newton out, Mano out. Who's this motherfucker?
There'll be people
Anyway,
picketing in front of your house.
all I want to say is I don't mean when they say protect black women, it doesn't mean directly, meaning like, okay, long story short, right at the beginning of the pandemic, and I mean this is when we were terrified. So March 2020.
Oof.
I'm driving. This woman is like in the middle of the street. I see the car from like 10 blocks away, and I think, man, they done told us not to talk to nobody, not to help nobody. I'm not helping no motherfucking body.
Okay.
The flashes are on, and I mean, the car is in the middle of the street in Harlem. Sure enough, I pull up. I'm trying to make the light. Crackhead comes right across the street. You go, damn. I'd have had to hit that crackhead to avoid pulling up and stopping right beside this car. Sure enough, it's a woman, black lady. Nice looking, whatever. Okay. That don't matter. I feel obligated to help her. Black man, I'm in Harlem, black woman. She's got like her son with her, flashes on. She's like, can you help jump my car? Now I'm thinking, we ain't supposed to talk to nobody. This disease out here. Hey. And I mean, it's March 2020. So I'm like,
gotta help.
I gotta help her. I get out, I charge the car, whatever. She keeps like turning the key, and I'm like, don't turn the key. Just let it sit there for a minute. And I'm talking about, as I'm doing it, another brother pulled up beside me. Hey, I wouldn't help her ass if I were you, boy. That shit out here. And he got like a rag over his face. That shit out here. I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. I'm gonna listen to him. Somebody gotta help.
Gotta help her.
Everybody's flying past.
You gotta help her.
She got a son with her. By then, I'm like, hey, boy, you about 7. You about old enough to help her. So she doesn't have jumper cables. I'm like,
damn.
You ain't got jumper cables?
No.
I help her, whatever. But I'm saying, obligated to the community. Protect black women. It ain't just, it ain't just Will Smith and Jada, that bullshit. You got to go fight him. So here's all I want to say. So for them, you say, if that's my obligation to the community, if I got to protect you, if you got a flat tire, if you need a jump, if somebody chasing you, if somebody follow you for more than 3 blocks and they not dancing, then you say, what do you now owe to the community? Because it's not direct. You don't owe me a meal.
Right.
But maybe them young boys that's in your building, you could make some cookies.
I see your point.
Give them to them.
I see your point, but the way I took it was, I took it a little bit differently. I just felt like, I mean, I don't agree with what Cam said. Let him say it, because there's also black women who be like, well, if a man want to date me, I need him. And we were just talking about this last week. I need a man to open doors for me. I need him to wait for my Uber. So what's wrong with Cam saying that? If a woman can sit there and be like, well, I want him to do this, this, and this. If he don't do these things, you can't date me.
That's what I'm saying. They very much want to define our gender roles, but when you try to ever define theirs or even name one thing that you like, they'll label all of theirs as a preference, and then they'll label all of yours as discrimination, and you sexist, and you go, hold up, how you just got a list with, he got to be tall, he got to make this much, he got to do this, he got to do that. You're not discriminating, but I say, shorty got to be light-skinned, and that's discrimination.
Can we ask the one female, is it possible if we could ask you, Tiana, your opinion? Is that all right, Phil? If what do you have? What do you think about what Cam said? Are you okay with that, or do you have like your own opinion on like what men should be saying about roles for women?
Sorry, can you just like briefly tell me what it is?
What Cam said was some women don't know when to be quiet. They don't know how to cook. They don't know when to let a man lead.
He just named his preferences.
Yeah.
And women heard cooking and was like, so you calling me a bitch?
You can cook your own meals.
I think that I think what he's saying is valid. I just think that it's always tricky when you're trying to present something like that. It's a hot button issue. I don't think that there's a problem with exactly what he's saying. I think, not from my perspective, at least.
Okay,
I think that women.
Yeah, I actually didn't have a problem. I was just like, because if women can make their own, what they want from a man, I need him to be doing this and making this money. I was like, so what's wrong with him saying, I want somebody to cook? I want somebody to.
See the king scroll when they unfold a scroll and it's
so that's the demands.
Hits the floor and curls over. That's their list.
Because
for us, we say one thing.
Nah, because that one girl last week, I was just like, I get women have some things they like, but she had this whole test she puts a man through. She went on a date with this guy, and she's like testing him from beginning to the end. Did he pick up the check? Okay, I called my Uber. He said, hey, do you want me to wait for this Uber with you? And she said no, and he was like, cool. And he went to his car, and she was like, no second date, because he should have just waited. And I'm like, but he asked you. You said no.
For what you saying of like the test, which I actually agree with her. I'm okay with her test because, again, I'm okay with everyone having a preference. Your preference is what your preference is. What I think
the pop quiz, he should at least let him know so he can study.
What I think a lot of people need to do better is for me. And if you state for me, it's and people are still like, oh my goodness, oh my gosh. But it's like I said for me, because Mano got in trouble this week too.
He did.
Now he's on Lip Service. If y'all don't know, he's on Angela Yee's podcast, and he's talking about, I want to be whipped. When I'm with the white girl, I'm like a runaway slave. I'm like, where's the North Star? Now, to me, I get that rappers are entertainers. Mm-hmm. So just as we as comedians, I mean, you see T.I. trying to go from rapper to comedian. And even when T.I. said the thing about the hymen check, I'm like, y'all don't hear that he's trying to be funny?
He is. He has
clearly. Like, if you think that man actually goes into, like, you a really dumb person. I don't take what people say literal. I understand we're entertainers.
Nah, yeah.
There, somebody said, Jamie Foxx. That's not Jamie Foxx's real name. So why you believe almost anything Jussie Smollett? You shouldn't have believed him. Yeah. He's an actor. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, God.
Even when he's in court now and he's like, oh, my God, I am the gay Tupac and I am a survivor. It's like, good script, Jussie. Like, cut it out.
The gay Tupac.
So for Mano, you go, y'all don't see that he's joking. And then I think he came out like yesterday and was like, yeah, I'm clearly joking.
Yeah, it just feels like folks can't, like, people don't want to look at it and say everything is like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. It's like, you don't joke around with your friends. You don't
cancel somebody. It's like, just have fun. Either you got the joke or you didn't. And
I feel a lot of people think they don't need to get the joke. They just get this self-righteous attitude. It's like, bro, you can just relax.
Because that gives them a certain level of power, because what they do is, okay, Mano's clearly a known rapper, high hater, whatever. That was years ago, whatever. But you could call him a one-hit wonder, but he's got more hits than you. So then you go, yeah, he might have more money than me. Mm-hmm. His women might look better than mine. But I got more morals than him. And that's what people are doing. Yeah. I got morals. At least. Chris Rock may be the most famous comedian in the world, but I got more morals.
I talked to another comedian about that whole Chris Rock thing. Mm-hmm. I won't name names, but he was like, I think he was right to slap Chris. And I'm like, why? Well, he's protecting his wife. And I'm like, if Chris Rock was trying to mug Jada, I could understand that.
Oh, my God. Not mug her.
Yeah, mug her. Hey, Jada, how's it going? It's good.
I've seen her in Low Down Dirty Shame and in The Matrix. Jada can fight. Don't run up now.
Yeah, I fish Mooney in Gotham. Yeah, she throw a punch. She know how to throw, at least throw a punch. You know how to throw a punch.
Here's a random thought that I had, though, about that whole thing. If she's so sensitive about hair, her daughter made, I whip my hair back and forth. And I ain't gonna hold you. That shit was a banger. And I don't
That
even
was.
got no
I
hair.
with my head.
I might be suffering from alopecia my damn self, but I played that joint. I was like, word?
I think I'm suffering from natural
What
alopecia.
little Willow up to? She need to get back to rapping now.
Can you have hairline alopecia? Because if that's the case, then I have that.
Men suffer every day.
But they call it male pattern baldness. They don't call it alopecia.
Male pattern baldness.
What's the pattern?
Male is in there, which that sounds way less serious.
Exactly. Oh, men only happens to men. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
they can exclude you. Don't nobody want to raise money for that. But when you say alopecia, see, people don't really know what's going on.
Oh, wait, hold on. Past that now. Hold on. So, in case you know, we have a habit of, I don't know.
We have unofficial sponsors.
Yeah,
here that keep the
unofficial.
conversation flowing amongst us. And today our sponsor is Dulce Vita.
Grapefruit flavor.
Yeah, grapefruit flavor.
It doesn't take like a grape, but it is a fruit.
And the views and opinions that are reflected here are not that of Dulce Vita.
At all. We want you to sponsor us, Dulce Vita, if you're
Dulce
watching.
Vita says on the back of the bottle, Surgeon General warning, if you follow a woman for more than 1.5 blocks. Now, avenues is a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Because avenues are long.
Why am I having such a
This guy.
hard time?
Because it's, it's a cork, brother. Anyway, what were we saying?
Bottle. So
her daughter made that song. So I'm like, you ain't got an issue with your daughter? She out here talking about she whip her hair back and forth.
She did say that. I just don't like this comedian was just saying, yeah, I think he's right. You know, you can't joke about somebody. And I said, but what? I mean, cheers.
Let me give you a little salsa water here for my mans because he's suffering in silence over here. Did you drink the first one straight?
I did.
You a wild boy.
You didn't pour anything for me. I didn't.
Told me.
I didn't know you. I didn't even know you had that.
Come on, bro.
Phil's a mixologist.
Some shit from home. Y'all know what I do. Like, stop it. We in
Salsa
the
water.
movie theater with this.
The movie theater?
Like, they got orange soda in here? No. I have orange soda in here. You know what it is. But yeah, so the whole Willa Jada thing, where were we? I was just
talking about a comedian who said, you know, I think it's okay. And I was like, he's doing his job. Imagine if you mess up and you bring somebody the wrong order. You work at a restaurant. Is it okay for the waiter to get slapped for bringing you the wrong order?
Said onion rings, not French fries.
Pow! Like, yay, relax. The funny thing was, Will was laughing at the joke until he looked at his wife. He was like,
But I shoot Wilson Bell. He's been through a lot over the last few years, and I think that was a fake laugh. I think that was the celebrity ha 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 laugh.
And then,
but like I said, people did remove context because people act like Chris wasn't there as a comedian. Everyone knows he's a comedian.
He's a comic. He don't know.
Everyone knows he's there to roast people because right before them, if you watch the whole clip, he roasted a white guy and his wife and her wife.
And they laughed.
Wife. And they laughed. It's a fake laugh. Ha ha ha. He hell. Like, laugh it off. But I think, and I forgive Will because I had a moment right here in these same studios.
Did you?
A couple weeks ago.
Who were you defending?
Nah, my damn self. You put me on defense. Yo, you over talking me. Yo, the time.
Harmless.
So you know, we as people and especially as celebrities, not that I know anything about that, but we at times we put on our armor and we all go out into the world and people say little things and they make their memes and you gotta just kind of take all of that and entanglements, blah, blibbity, blah, blah. Right? So Will had on his armor and somebody shot an arrow and that shit pierced him. And you go, all right, I'm human, bro. Like,
he went up on stage and just walked up and slapped him.
I mean, listen, it was horrible for comedy. I don't condone it. I'm not saying it's right. But I will say, and I mean, people know, I do the Tough Talk podcast. We tell fight stories on my podcast. So I can't act like I'm not a fan of mild violence, but there is a time and a place. So if you out with your girl at the mall and somebody says, yo, your girl bald-headed, da-da-da-da-da,
you gotta fight. You gotta fight.
Fight that motherfucker.
At the mall?
For her honor.
Yeah.
If you at the mall, but if you at a comedy show, I'm sorry, baby, you just gotta hold that L. Man made a joke. Because I would have said she looked like a Wakanda warrior.
Yeah, Wakanda warrior, Dora Milaje.
Whoever else.
About to protect Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, that's what I would have said.
Can I ask you for one of them paper towels? I'm sorry, you could shuck
sweaty motherfucker now.
It's falling into my drink. I can't. Thank you so much.
She is just like, I'm done with y'all. This man.
We dying over here.
This man need baby wipes. That's that Dose Vita kicking in.
You didn't see me spill it on my
Dose
shirt?
Vita had you sweat a little bit. Feel
Yeah,
like you in Mexico. Yeah. See how I said that with the H? Boy, I know my Spanish. I paid attention.
Mexico,
Anyway.
H-O and Mexico. Good job.
So yeah, my only issue, and we'll wrap up because goddamn everybody's sick of hearing about the slap. But it's like, as a comedian, you got to speak your speech on it. And I'll say, you really see the difference in people the 2 weeks back to back. That it's like, so you had Will and Jada, Chris Rock saying the joke. Then the next week you had T.I., the comedian.
Oh, we
at
didn't
an
even
open
talk
mic
about that. Oh,
saying, and y'all can Google all of this.
it's all online. Easy.
T.I. versus Lauren Knight, the comedian from Atlanta, that at an open mic, which context matters.
Yeah.
You're not at the Oscars.
Nope.
You're not nominated.
Not at the Source Awards.
None of that. He's sitting in the crowd and whatever. People say they was heckling. It's a whole story behind that. I'm not going to get into it. But all I'm going to say is people switched sides and looked like hypocrites. People jumped into, oh, well, you know, T.I. came on stage after she kind of said, hey, well, you and your wife, Tiny, got these allegations, blah, blibbity, blah, blah. And you like, yeah, but is that a thing you feel like you could say to people? So the same people that last week when Chris Rock and Will Smith got into it went, oh, well, you allowed to say whatever you want, but you're not allowed to tell people how to react. People can react however they want to what you say. Saw him go up to her and went, he need to control himself. He can't take a joke.
Yeah, I don't think she told a joke.
Exactly.
She just said it, you know.
You can't implement people in crimes and think they're not going to say, hey.
I think I told you, though, I just wish T.I. wouldn't have reacted. I wish he would have gotten back on stage and started joking on her because this is the same guy that said comedy is easy, then went up to the Barclays and bombed.
I mean, he was on a show too big for his britches.
He was bombing so bad that he asked a DJ to play one of his songs, and then the crowd was like, hey, and they told DJ, cut it.
Well, that's on the person who booked him on that show. And we all know Rip Michaels and have interacted with Rip Michaels. He's a respected comedian in the game, been in it for a while. And he booked Michael Blackson. He booked Eddie Griffin, Bruce. Lots of people with 20-plus years experience for an arena. Right. And then he booked a guy who's been doing it 4 months. And, you know, comedians only know that T.I. has been doing comedy. Regular people are like, hey, man, where the music at?
Yeah, where the hits?
So he's up there, hey, you ever be at the goddamn gas station and goddamn shorty, let how Atlanta niggas talk. You at the goddamn gas station and goddamn
heated seats?
Goddamn heated seats. If she come out, she for the goddamn streets.
No, but go. Phil, you know what's funny, though? Like, when he said heated seats, and then, like, people in the crowd, because this is at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, people in the crowd were like, huh? Heated seats? I don't use gas station bathrooms in New York City because there's a chance that you could not only catch COVID, but many other diseases that the CDC has not, you know, and CDC has in little tubes. I don't use gas station bathrooms. You talk about, heated seats.
Well, not only that, a lot of New Yorkers don't even drive. So he was out of place.
Train, yeah.
And like I said, look,
know your crowd.
Listen, I bombed my first theater show. It was at home where I'm from. Matter of fact, Mike Epps shot the special there, Indiana Mike, that's on Netflix right now.
That's where you were at?
That's where he shot it. I bombed right there at home in front of everybody. But here's the thing. It wasn't my jokes. It wasn't the crowd. The acoustics in a stadium or in a theater is different.
Right.
So you know you got to tell your joke, and then you got to kind of wait. And it's like a delay because it has to hit the back of
the echo hits, right.
Back. Now, T.I.'s been doing arenas, whatever, for rapping, in which you can just yell in the mic, rubber band, man, wild at the Taliban. But when you're doing comedy, it's call and response. So you got to kind of wait. And if you watch the clip, he's just, you in the goddamn gas station, and he don't immediately hear laughs, so he goes into, so you be in the goddamn gas station. And he starts stomping his foot, and it's just funny because, you know, I shot Fools Comedy School, so it's like, stomping your foot is one of the
rule number
levels
3?
Of Fools Comedy School. And literally in Fools Comedy School, I'm teaching them how to say, God damn!
Can you tell the listeners where they can see Fool?
It's on YouTube. Google Fools Comedy School. in particular the second version or the second lesson where I teach people
Hilarious.
how to say goddamn because it's a cheat code in the South.
Oh, wait a minute.
Goddamn!
You know what we didn't do? We didn't drop our social media. Phil Hunt, folks, if you want to follow him, it's I am Phil Hunt, PHILHUNT. If you can't spell I don't want you following me. That's been the rule. Don't follow him if you can't spell. That's on OnlyFans, Twitter, Instagram.
Everything.
You want
Pornhub, all of it.
That's you got
all of the above. Don't worry about
He's not lying. He does have an OnlyFans and a Pornhub. I looked it up.
What I'm doing, pimping.
If you want to follow me, Avery Mason Official, Instagram, on Twitter, it's the Avery Mason. And I got a TikTok, but I still don't know what to put on there. So I don't know what to put on my TikTok.
Quit acting like you got it sheepishly. Like, that's why I hate when the comedians, when the comedians came on like Instagram after Chris Rock to try to clout chase, and they was like, a lot of people been asking me how I feel about Chris Rock. And it's like a lot of people, your mama asked you, motherfucker. That's it. My mama asked me, you ever been slapped? You want to talk?
I'm like,
mama, ain't nobody slapping me.
The only reason
but
I
did get hit with a chicken wing.
The only reason I got TikTok is because the same comedians be like, yo, you got to have a TikTok. I'm like, but if I have an Instagram, I'm putting the same stuff on Instagram.
By the way.
I'm putting it on TikTok. What's up?
See, you was on time last time. 40. So
Are you
ready to do some advice, brother?
You timing it? Oh,
yeah, I'm timing you. I tried to tell your ass last time. Motherfucker, I'm on the shot clock.
You're the shot
I'm
clock.
the veteran here.
We got time. How we doing, Tiana? How much time we got?
You got about 10 minutes.
Come on.
Oh, you want to do advice? Okay.
Some advice, bro. Let's speed.
Well,
This little session, but let's get some advice.
Well, give me a chance to pull it up. Can you tell me how your week went? I'll briefly tell you how mine went.
I did some shows, whatever. I got some shows. I'm at Bananas next weekend. Poughkeepsie, is it? So that's New Jersey, folks. Pull up.
Whoa. Poughkeepsie's upstate New York. Poughkeepsie's
am I getting that wrong?
Yes.
Call some other shit.
The dude say.
What is it? Hasbrook Heights?
Hasbrook Heights. That's New Jersey.
That's New Jersey. I'm featuring for Alonzo Bolton. He's great. Winner of Last Comic Standing.
Yes.
Does NPR all the time. He's a phenomenal comic. Come see me feature for him in New Jersey. I ain't gonna plug no other dates because I can't remember them. That got me. We are in fact living the life, living la vida.
You are living a life. I don't have any dates in New Jersey, but I wish I did better last week because Phil saw me do some stand up. I did some stand up at LOL. I did not have a good set, and then I went uptown to this another bar, do a show.
He don't want to say it, y'all, but it's actually a gay bar.
It was a gay bar.
It's entire sweet, but not SWEET. It's SUITE, and they're great people there at Sweet. So shouts out to them. Shouts out to Chris Brown.
Yes,
not that Chris Brown. Comedian
C-Breezy.
Chris Brown here in New York. Look him up, Google him, Instagram, all that. Come out to Sweet, which is uptown.
It's a very nice.
Listen, on like 110th in Columbus.
It is a gay bar, but they do serve nice drinks. The staff is friendly. You can hang out and come enjoy a comedy show. It's worth it.
But don't take too many drinks from them dudes now. Hold up. Anyway, advice. Let's go.
All right, so this is a good one, Phil. You should be able to answer this one. I probably will too.
Quickly.
Should I, a white professor, say the N-word in class while quoting a speech? Now, I'm just going to say no. I teach business law at a private university. One undergraduate course I teach is employment law, which covers discrimination under the Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. I believe it's important to explain the groundbreaking significance of this legislation to my students, so I delve into the de facto apartheid in the South with its Jim Crow laws, the widespread discrimination against all types of minority groups, and the resistance by many legislators, especially in the South, to the passage of the law. Senator Strom Thurmond was the vocal opponent of the bill, and I quote from an earlier speech of his in which he used the N-word. And herein lies my dilemma. Do I use the actual word in class? I believe that using the actual word dramatizes how shocking and offensive his speech was, and that using the watered-down version of it robs it of its power. I strongly believe that I am entitled to use the word for pedagogically.
Here you go. Just speed past that word. We'll get back to it.
I can't even.
I would have got that word correctly.
Yeah, you would have
expeditiously.
For pedagogical purposes. On the other hand, I know that the use of the word is effectively forbidden, and some students may be offended by it, especially coming from a white professor. Also, I know that faculty members have been dismissed because they quoted literary passages that use the slur. I'm at a loss. I keep changing my mind, at times determined to use the word, and at times thinking it wiser to obfuscate.
Don't listen in this sentence right now. Let's go ahead and give him the answer because we all know what the answer is.
The answer is no.
How many black students in your class and how safe you feel? And especially if you use the ER version and not the GGA version.
Yeah, you're going to catch some hands.
As the old joke goes, the ER gets you to the ER. Emergency room, homie. So, like, chill the fuck out. Just say the N-word. The guy from Netflix got fired for saying the other N-word, and now I can't see that big orange N without thinking N-word. The guy from Papa John's got fired.
Papa John did get fired, yeah.
And then told us, it took me like 25 months to get off the N-word. And you go, what? How long had you been using it? How many times a day?
I disagree with Phil. I think you need to censor yourself. Do not say it because you'll catch hands. It don't matter. ER or the A. It don't matter.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, or the A. ER or A. It doesn't matter.
But also, how many black students is in your class? If you
it don't matter if there's one. You can't say that, bro.
It's probably a 75% chance.
If you got to question whether or not you can say it, you can't say it. End of discussion. Okay? A or ER.
Yeah, I don't.
There's no distinction to me. You cannot say it.
Yeah,
or you have
you can say it, but then you can reap the benefits of saying it, which is getting your ass punched. We'll send Will Smith down there, brother.
And slap the
and he'll be like, he'll slap your ass and go, parents just don't understand. Don't even worry about what I just did.
He'll be like, no,
summertime.
No, he'll be like, keep my people's name out your mouth. Keep the name out your mouth.
Fuck Will Smith.
White people cannot say
in the name of comedy. Fuck Will Smith. Anyway,
absolutely. I thought
we denounce you, brother.
Denounce you.
Fucking rappers fucking up our game. Jay-Z dissed Faison Love.
He did. But
that's the phase I'm on, love. You go, oh, man, we just taking L's to rappers all week. Comedians, y'all got like another 3 weeks to slap a rapper. We sick of this.
We should go to their concerts and slap them. Go to the concert, and if you say something you don't like,
and they say the B word,
go up and slap them.
Nigga, that's my wife. And just slap them.
Throw a chair and start a mass fight. That's what they said on the Boondocks.
You got any more advice?
You want
run one more? Be quick.
We got one more. I'm trying to read it quick. All right,
be quick about it.
Cool. Let's be quick. White professor, no, you cannot say the N-word. Period.
You can, but when you get smacked, don't call us.
Okay. This is. No, I'm not gonna read that one.
Quick.
How can I pry more information out of my friend about her new baby? In the years following college, had a close group of friends. As the years passed, our lives moved in different directions. Our contact lessened, but we still like to keep in touch. One of the girls in this text group we started, named Sheila, moved to a different country several years ago. She was single and looking. In my communications with her, I try not to pry about her dating life since I realized that not everyone likes being asked about that. Fast forward to a few months ago. Another friend from that group who was staying in that country thought she saw Sheila post in a Facebook group asking for things for a 4-month-old baby. My friend asked me if I knew anything about Sheila having a baby. I didn't. Curiosity got the best of me, and I asked another one of our friends who had been keeping in contact with her if she knew anything about this. Apparently, she didn't. And she didn't want to tell me about the situation herself and suggested that I ask Sheila directly. Felt awkward bringing it up out of the blue, but that's what I did. Sheila replied that things have been really busy with her and she'd like to catch up soon. I didn't hear from her for a few more months, and just yesterday she messaged and said that she had a baby a couple weeks ago and that her mother and baby are doing well. I replied with a congratulations, and for some reason, I thought she already had a baby before. She's being very evasive about all the baby news, I'm guessing because this did not happen in a traditional way. Do I just need to wait to find out more details about this huge milestone in her life? How close of a friend are you to this girl that you'd be asking these questions? You already said you don't need keep in contact through a text message group. So my answer to you is mind your business. Stop asking questions.
Nah, because you like to wish somebody luck on their child. Like that's
you can say that
somebody from high school, if they ain't talked to you in 10 years, hey, bro, I see you had a kid. Good luck. Here's what's going on with me and my kid. Look out for this child support thing. You don't want to get into that. But here's what I want to say in particular about that of like two things. One is we done went from Brenda's got a baby to Sheila's
got a baby.
Shouts out to Tupac and all the Tupac fans. Sheila, sing it for me. Sheila's got a baby. Come on, man.
Sheila's got a baby.
Hey, we hope it don't end with it in the trash can. Good luck.
Oh my God.
Anyway, that's that. 2 is I think she's waiting to see if the baby's ugly. I think she's like, let me see if the baby's
Bro,
ugly.
they don't
If
talk.
it's not ugly, I'll tell her about it.
Bro, they only talk in a group chat. They don't talk on the phone.
I know,
they don't video
but I'm just
chat.
saying, sometimes you want to wait to see, if there's any complications with your baby or not. And then you post it and say, everybody thank me for having a baby.
Mind
right?
your business, miss.
Listen, when you see how mean people are online to babies, people made fun of Beyonce and Jay's daughter. That you go, who the fuck would make fun of a baby?
Blue Ivy.
They made fun of her hair snappy on Twitter. These are real people.
Parents are black.
And like some of them were verified accounts that you go, you're making fun of a baby? So when you see what they did to Blue Ivy, and then you see Drake's baby, he's hiding the child, that you go, no, you motherfuckers are mean.
Yeah, social media is mean. That's
So I
why.
think she is holding that close to the chest to say, if you can't at least have lunch with me, I'm not telling you any fucking thing. And we know women don't really hit you up to say good luck. Women hit you up to say, that bitch is doing horrible. Look at me, I'm doing great.
What?
That bitch done had a baby. She don't really
That
know who the daddy is.
Facts?
Mari's gone. That's what they do.
Is that
You don't
facts?
see
That's
them?
facts?
Nigga, listen, it's what's today? Give me the date.
Today is the 15th
15th
of April.
Of April.
In year of our Lord.
Yesterday, I don't
2022.
know when it happened, but let me just say this. ASAP Rocky, Rihanna. You know what people jump to? He broke up with her. He cheated with the designer. You go, do you know ASAP? No. Do you know Rihanna? No. But he broke up with her. He cheated while she was pregnant. I got cheated on while I was pregnant. And you go, I think you are very emotional about this issue, and I don't think you know either of these people. Why are you speaking on this? And even guys, I'm about to be the new stepdaddy. And you like, ain't nobody officially announced this.
Yeah.
Y'all killed Rick Fox with Kobe. Y'all said he was on the helicopter too. Rick Fox had to log on and go, I wasn't on the helicopter. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all inboxing me, R.I.P. And I'm reading it going, R.I.P. The fuck? How y'all killed me? Y'all demanded justice for Jussie. Y'all still demanding justice for Jussie. Like, y'all don't know shit. So I get her protecting her baby and saying, this is me and my new man, and, people gonna have opinions, so I'm gonna just keep it over here.
I just think they weren't that close to begin with. They only had Facebook group and group chat. They never talked on the phone, no video chat.
I understand her concern, but I also understand the woman protecting her vulnerability, her baby, to say, like, y'all call Blue Ivy ugly, like she's gorgeous, like,
yes,
leave the child alone.
Y'all the worst.
Whatever.
Y'all the worst on
baby.
social media.
Like, cut it out.
Please
ugly
stop.
babies, like, stop.
But we are the worst on social media, but we would like for you to follow our podcast. It's available on Anchor FM. It's available on the Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Please tune in and go check out the other 40 episodes. I think this is number 44 for us.
There.
44,
That's
45.
Pistol Pete, baby, I think.
Pistol Pete, yes.
44.
So you can get us anywhere, and it's free. We're not charging you for it yet, so be smart.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I had to say yeah, because we about to get paid, bruh. I'm telling you.
Might even share some pictures of my baby.
You ain't got no kids.
Don't worry about what
You ain't got no kids.
I might have kids, I might not, but we don't know, though. That's the theme of the podcast.
Also, I forgot to say,
thanks for listening.
yes,
Like, share, subscribe, review.
We're not experts, so if the advice we're giving you works, great. If not, we never said it would.
I didn't say you posted pictures of that baby.
I am not a counselor.
What you doing? You know them people mean.
I got a degree in English.
Hide that baby ASAP.
You got a degree?
None.
Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week on But I Don't Know Though. Thank you so much to our producer, Tiana. You've been super dope. Thank you for the paper
Studios.
towels.
Shout out to
WT. And we didn't fight this week. We didn't fight. Give me a pound. We didn't even argue. Look at that. I see you next week.
All right. Cool. Thank you.